My mic was muted. Welcome to episode 3 of Lyming with Sylvia. This week, my special guest is none other than my bestie, Peter Lloyd, and we're going to talk about some few things, but we're going to also share some childhood memories. I've known Peter from I was 10 years old, but then that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to age him nor myself. So, see you in a bit. All right, so while we're waiting on Peter to join us in the broadcast area, I am going to just tell you about a promo that we're having on December 19th, so stay tuned. All right, everyone, welcome to our viewers who are in the stream. Thank you for coming by. We're waiting on Peter to join us. Not like him to be late, so don't know what's going on. But in the meantime, let me tell you about my week. So it's been one of those weeks. I do this vlog or live stream, depending on what's happening, called Under My Tree. So as I was doing this stream, the last episode 21, I literally did it 3 times. 3 times. The first time I did the entire teaching and did not press the record button. 45 minutes of teaching. Yeah. The second time I did it, and when I was watching the premiere, I realized that halfway through the stream, I somehow managed to mute my mic. So there is no sound from about 20 minutes down. So I had to do it again. But this time it's there. And I didn't even take down the first one. The second one that I did, I just simply said, this is the 3rd attempt. All right, so just stand by a bit. Let me see what's going on with Peter and why he's not in the stream yet. Come join me and my bestie, Peter Lloyd, as we talk about what makes our friendship work, his recent award from MOEY, his views on fatherhood, some childhood memories, this Thursday, December 10, on Lyming with Sylvia on my YouTube channel, Sylvia M Dallas. See you at 8 p.m. All right, joining me is my hey bestie. What a
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Listen, I did something unimaginably foolish. I remember I did those 2 other broadcasts earlier, and I clicked on one of the older broadcasts today. And I was sitting there saying, okay, why aren't you letting me in? What's going on? I was there like, okay, for like 2 minutes, I'm saying something's not right here. What's going on? I know I'm not that bad. So what's up?
Hey, Ace is in the chat. Hi, Ace. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Ace?
Thank you for coming in.
What's going on, Ace? Ace is one of my favorites.
Yeah, man, mine too. I had an experience today. I'm not gonna call the name of the place, but you know where I'm staying when I'm in town, right? Yeah. So I went over there to have. You remember I said I was gonna go get a drink and chill out. So Normally, this convention would probably cost me about $2,000, and that's what's in my mind. Bossy,
Okay.
I had a glass of wine and a bread pudding. Okay,
Yeah, your
firstly,
usual, your usual.
right. So first thing, no, me never like the bread pudding. While I
Oh,
was having it, I was saying, say this not is nowhere as
oh
good
my
as
God.
my one.
Oh no,
So
I'm
the
so sorry.
so the waitress came now and she said, "Did you enjoy it?" And I said, "No, I enjoyed the wine. The wine was really good."
Yeah.
And I said, "I enjoyed the wine, but guess what? Me could have really do a better bread pudding here. Well, you're not gonna like the bill when you see it. $4,451, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Yes.
What?
I was like, hell no. Anyway, I paid it because I don't eat the people food already.
Wow.
But so my top go out. This top
Right.
go out. I'm
That's
fine is
crazy. No, that is
that's
really
double the
pricey.
price. And
That's like
she was really
scary.
right. I was
Yeah.
not going to be happy when I saw the bill. I stopped go out.
Wow.
You see now if me want a cold beer,
I can understand that.
Me go
I
supermarket, go
can
buy me
actually
beer.
understand.
Right? Put it in my fridge or
That's
buy me bottle of wine and keep it at home, okay? I'm
that
not
is
going out to
crazy.
buy nothing. This is ridiculous.
No,
Ridiculous.
that's really costly.
If you think,
Yeah, 'cause that's if I mean if especially if you say it's doubled in price
yes,
since.
double the price.
That's crazy. I guess those are COVID prices.
I don't know, darling, but
That's
the
crazy.
the first, I love lobster patty. Me stop buy
Yeah.
lobster patty. 'Cause unless I am making it, me not buying any because the price gone more than double.
That's
Right?
crazy.
I said, heck no. Anyway, so for those who don't know, Peter is my bestie. We've known each other from we were children. I did
Yeah.
let off that I know you from a 10 years old, but what age because for your crowd, a young crowd. I mean, what I feel
Very
them know.
funny.
But and I watch my gray hair because me a gray from me at 16, so you can use that to
That's
say.
actually very true. 16. That's
Can't say
actually
that.
fact. Yeah.
Can't say that I am. You can't use my gray hair to determine my age, right? Hopefully nobody will go look for my birthday. Find it on my social media page them. All right, so let's get some serious things out of the way and then we'll get into the really good stuff. All right, so recently you got an award from MOEY. That is, for those who don't know, Ministry of Education and Youth. So I'm going to ask you, what is the award and what does it mean to you? I want you to be as,
This is not something I like talking about.
I know, but
um, it
my
was
views. I think this is something you should talk about.
myself and a few other fathers were given the award by the Ministry of Education in Jamaica for being, I guess, very good fathers, for being there for our children and assisting the schools. And as you know, Bestie, I initially when they called me and told me this, I said I don't want an award because to me, you're giving me an award for something that every man on this planet who has a child should be doing anyway. I mean, I don't understand why would you give me an award for doing what I am supposed to be doing and what my father did and what many men I know out there are doing. So
Hmm.
it kind of felt
Odd.
yeah, it kind of felt weird because it made little sense to me. But then I spoke with you and I spoke with Linda, and I spoke with a few other persons, and the school counselor and I had a conversation for a while, and then I kind of understood the purpose of it. So the idea is, I'm a father who I go above and beyond for my child, for my children, for both my girls, and in so doing, I go above and beyond for any child who is in my purview or vicinity, as you know, because I love
Hmm.
children, and um, and I do my best to assist all the schools that they both went to. I mean, Kai went to Andrews High School, Niall is now at this high school, so
Hmm.
I do my best. So that's what the award. But it wasn't just me; it was me and several fathers across
Oh,
the diaspora.
Okay. So, but you answered my question, which was, do you think you deserve it and why? And people might think it odd that I would ask that question, but I know you don't think that it's something that should have had to happen, but we understand why it happened. So, give us your views on the state of fatherhood in Jamaica. What you think it is, what you think could be done, and what you think is happening as a result of fathers not really being there for
Well, I
their
mean, I
children.
think in my observation, I think there are more active fathers now than ever before.
That is
It's
true.
just not there's just not enough because I mean I see young men with very young babies in their hands and an umbrella waiting to go to the clinic with a child, you know.
Hmm.
I'm seeing more and more fathers posting about their children. Um, I think the generation of men after myself are becoming more active, but of course, we still don't have enough fathers who are doing their best. But I'm a positivist, so I believe that you concentrate on the positive that you see and
Hmm.
promote that positivity. And I believe you lead by example. Uh, I mean, us not having enough great fathers, and we do have many great fathers here,
That we do. Hmm.
and it's increasing. It leads to many obvious things. It leads to young men following the wrong alpha male. You
Hmm.
know, so instead of following a father who sets an example from before you were born, because I talked to both my children in the womb. I had conversations with. I mean, we had long conversations. You know, they were something like,
Well,
"Man,
if they
that
didn't know
can
your voice when they came out, they wasn't going to know any other voice. That much I know.
so, I, I mean, I'm still struggling as a father. I'm still struggling. I don't think I am as good a father as I should be. I still question some of the my judgments. I still wonder if I'm leading, these girls in the right way. And I try my very best to be an example. Most of my girls know I've never ever had alcohol in my life, and I will never have alcohol ever, no matter
Right.
what. Because
Auntie Sylvia can't say the same
yeah,
thing.
I mean, I'm not going to knock someone else who does it. I've never done. I'm Rastafarian, but I've never done any form of stimulant in my life, and I am sure I never will. I try to. My eldest daughter was working with my company for a short time, and we're having a meeting. And in the meeting, it was over the phone. In the meeting, I slipped and I said a swear word, not a serious swear word. And I could not look at her for the rest of the day. And she's an adult. she, she kind of, she kind of said that, I'm 25. It's okay if you say crap. Because I said something like, holy crap, and I was like, I was like terrified. you know, and there's I didn't get to do it with my older child, my older girl. But I did it in other ways. But with my youngest, from she turned about a year old, we started doing daddy daughter dates.
Hmm.
So we would have like every 2 weeks we would go to the movies. Oh, it's just us, no mom, no anyone else. And then of course by the time she hit about 6, it was me, her, and 10 of our friends. so it used to be very funny because I'd be walking into the movie into the cinema and people be saying, "Boy, Mr. Lloyd, you have woody puppy, Are you okay?" I'm like, and I'm saying to myself,
No,
some of these
you may as
children
well call
are,
them yours.
some of them, but no, they believe it was my biological children,
Well,
and
you
some of them
know.
are Asian, some of them are Caucasian, some of them are of African descent, and I'm like, boy, I'm busy, you know, um,
I would
but
say the same.
but So and I try to get the most out of that because I realize once they get to a certain age, it's all about mommy. Especially if
Hmm.
you have girls, it's about mommy. And
Yeah.
my youngest now, it's all about mommy. Daddy, when is mommy coming home? I'm like, I'm here, but what? I'm here too. You know,
I know you don't
like,
matter.
I need to call mom about something. You can ask me. You can ask me.
Hey, stick up in, stick up in. Vermont is in
Yeah,
the chat, and
Bruce.
I'm gonna put on screen what he just said. Right?
Yeah,
He says, "Peter Stud Muffin, yes sir."
very funny, bro.
That's real
Very-
funny, Vermont. Vermont, thank you for coming.
Listen, Vermont is one of my most favorite people on the
I
planet.
know.
I love this brother.
Boy, Vermont, I haven't got the chance to go on
Vermont
the
is one
channel
of the
lately, but I
persons.
really do love your work. Yes.
But I know that the moment, because he sent me some paintings and I've seen them, but I reseal them so I can do this unpacking video. Crazy. I need to talk
Well,
to you about that. But
well,
the stuff looks great. He was worried that they would be damaged. Bro, it's not damaged. They look great. Don't worry
well,
about
what you need
it.
to do, you see that room that you normally do your recordings in, you could just put them
Yeah.
up in there.
Oh
You
no,
know?
I have. You know that I have a lot of paintings all over the place, and he sent me some really nice stuff. So
Okay.
I'm definitely, and I'm not gonna put. I'm gonna put them in the master bedroom. I'm a
Well,
brother.
that means I'm not
Yeah.
going to get to see it. But then, I've seen the inside of your house since COVID. I've been relegated to under the banana tree.
Oh my god, this thing is ridiculous. Listen. I can't stand this thing. But anyway, I was saying. I just think. I mean, and Vermont is a father of girls. He has. I
Okay.
think he has a girl. He has sons too, but so he understands that. We mistakenly believe that boys need their fathers, but I kind of think girls need their fathers even more than
Oh,
boys.
yes. Yes.
I think girls. The first love of a young girl's life is her dad, if
Hmm.
he's a good dad, and
Yes.
she sees how he treats. Like I have to be very careful how I what I say to Linda. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm generally
Oh,
respectable to people anyway. I mean, I'm just like that. But certainly to her and to her mom and to her, I mean, I think it's really important to set this thing where she realizes that we are not, there's this, what's the correct word? There's this idea that's been floated by Hollywood and many other and authors throughout the years,
mhm.
ages, thousands of years, that it's like a battle of men and women, and I've never seen
Yeah.
it's a nonsensical concept. But I guess
Very.
it's good fodder. Uh, so my thing is the daddy daughter dates was my way of saying this is how you should be treated, and this is
Exactly.
how this is how you should assess a person. I mean, I tell my girls, um, don't look at how he's treating you if he likes you. Look at how he treats everyone else.
Else,
You are
yes.
certain.
Can you stick up in
So,
Vermont? I think that you're a mod on this channel. If you are, could you post a link to Peter's channel for me? Um, I'm pretty sure I made you a mod. You are, but I don't remember. I think I did. Vermont. Yes, all right. So
mhm.
Peter, who is the softie? You are Linda. I'm done putting you on the spot.
um, listen, I thought for years. Now I'm being serious. I thought for years that I was the iron. I was the the disciplinarian in the family. Like this is something that I really really thought. So one day we're taking the girls because like I'm one of the parent who when school is like normal and not online, that I would take the girls to swimming, and it's like the same, it's,
Same group,
same.
almost. Yeah.
And I think I'm maybe what you call a cool parent, although Nyla says I do dad jokes, but I think my jokes are funny. I
I
think
think
so.
your jokes are funny.
Thank you very much, bestie. That's how
Thank
you're
you
my
very
best
much.
friend. So we were driving to the pool, and the thing is, if Nana says, "Daddy, I'm tired, I don't feel well," I said, "Okay, baby, you don't have to go to the pool today, right?" Because she swims for her school,
Yeah, no.
and so she said something to me in the car, and I said, "It's okay, baby, you don't have to swim today." And one of her best friends said, "Oh God, Uncle Peter, oh no, why do you let Nyla manipulate you so?" And I was like, "How is she manipulating me?" And they said, if Nyla just says she has a cough, she can't swim. Uncle Peter, we have to swim when it's freezing cold. So I said, so I turned to one of her friends called Mia, and I said, Mia, I mean, am I soft on Nyla? And she said, Uncle Peter, you're like putty. Uncle Peter. And then this,
Okay,
I
that
mean,
really flap your shoe, right? There's
it
some of
did
the
because
man of steel, you
the
know.
truth is my ego was damaged. So I said, but Mia, don't you think that I'm the disciplinarian? And they just started to laugh, like all of them.
I
And
can't
I was
laugh.
like, what? And so I came home after she did. I said to her, "You are doing swimming. You're doing swimming because you had to go swim." I said, "I told her, don't care what, you're going to swim." So she went swimming. She
I
was
can't.
not very happy
Hold
about
on, I can't catch my breath there, cause I know I've heard the story several times, but it
it.
still tear me up because I
So
can just picture Linda going, "You're doing
no, wait. Let me
she
finish.
just put on
Wait,
no." Hold on,
let
let's
me
welcome
finish.
Vivek Walker to the chat. Hi, Vivek.
No. Hey, baby, that's what you're doing. Let me finish. So she says, so I call, right? So Nyla is swimming with the swim team, and I'm
Hmm.
sitting in the vehicle, and I'm steaming. Like, I'm really upset about it. So I call, I think it's you I called. Was it you
Yes,
I
it
called?
was me.
Yes, I called you, and I was like, am I not the disciplinarian in the
Okay, I'm posting Vermont's comment on the screen. Okay,
Not that. Very funny, bro, man. Very funny, bro.
like he's any better, but
He's
we
not
leave
any
him
better
alone
than
because I'm
Craig.
gonna say he's coming on for an interview one day. I'm putting you on notice, Vermont. You're coming on for an interview one day. Hmm.
He is not any better. Okay,
So
so so after
part
I
of
hung
your
up from you,
stick
wait,
up
wait a
in
minute.
part of your birthday song because you're getting a birthday song. It's
Uh,
going to
uh,
include the term "fluffy dad," right?
get into that, please. So when I finished talking to you, right, I called who did I called Trisha. Trisha is one of Nyla's best friend's mom, you know.
Hmm.
And I'm like, Trish, I'm so upset. So when I so when I finished, Trish was like, so Trish listens to me, right? And then she says, but you're really not like they tie you around. And I was really offended. And then worse now, Linda comes home, and I'm just sitting there chawing in her because I was like, driving Nyla home, and that is quite. I'm like, you're going to all the swim stuff from now. You're going.
I should have noted the date that you called.
Oh gosh.
Hmm.
That was an eye opener. But the thing is,
No, what did Linda say? Because you tell when
oh,
Linda came over, right?
so when she came home, I confronted her. I said, baby, am I not the disciplinarian in the family? And she just started to laugh. I was, let me tell you something. I think that affected me for like a month.
It
I was
did
just, I was just
because
like,
listen, folks, I'm telling you, he talked about it for an entire
I was really
month.
pissed
Okay,
about it. I'm
he
saying,
did every day. Sylvia, Nyla, friend said to me, and I mean, I heard the story for an entire month. But let me tell you something, you guys
I'm
have to
sorry.
understand. Linda is a very fun girl. I love her. I love Linda to death. But Linda has this kind of stately grace and poise that, if you look at her initially, you wouldn't believe that she would bust out laughing. So every time I think of Linda busting out laughing at that statement, trust me, right now I
It
can't
was
get up to go
bad.
get tissue to wipe my eyes. Right?
It was bad. But you see, I think the thing is, though, we have, I mean, as fathers, we have all these hurdles to get over, right? We
Mhm.
have, I was fortunate. I had a really great dad. I mean, you
Mhm.
know that. I loved and I love my dad. I talk about him constantly. I just thought he was like the coolest guy ever. And he was a great father. Like he really was a great dad. I loved him.
Yeah.
And I think it becomes imperative that, and then I also had really great role models at schools, at
Mhm.
in primary, at Kingston College. When I got to university, I had really good role models. When in my film career, in my singing career, I had people older than me who were like father figures. So
Mhm.
I can say like Barris,
Mhm.
I can say Freddie, I can say Yellow Man, Winston Foster. I mean, so I've been kind of very fortunate to have had good father figures. But I really think that, and this might sound extreme, but I think one of the things that we need to do globally, and we probably should start it amongst people of African descent who went through the negative experience of slavery here on this side of the world. But
Mhm.
I think all fathers from every ethnicity, I think schools need to add in their curriculum, because I've never understood this. The thing that you do the most in your life is communicate with human beings.
Yes.
That's the key thing. And all the other things that they teach you are imperative. But if you do not have great communication skills, you're in a lot of problems.
That's true.
And I think that the persons in charge of the educational systems globally should introduce fatherhood, motherhood,
Mhm.
social skills,
Yes.
relationship skills, because those are fundamentals. Because very often I meet young men who they want to be good fathers, but they had no
They
example.
don't know how.
They don't know how. They don't know how. And we have to understand that my dad said to me, my dad used to say the only few things that we know the moment we are born is we know to breathe, we know to eat, we know to sleep. Everything else has to be taught.
Learned, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter, I'm
So
going to ask you to pause here and
sure.
just finish that thought. After that, I'm going to just run the promo for the book fiesta and then get back to you. So finish
Sure,
that
no
thought.
problem. Mhm. Yeah. So I mean, I was just saying that I think it should be a part of every school curriculum globally that we teach our young men to be fathers. Whether or not they choose to become is a completely different thing, but at least they'll be
Mm-hmm.
aware of the skill, and
Mm-hmm.
teach our young women to become mothers, whether or not they choose to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's their decision, but at least they will have the fundamental training.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, to be a father, you have to you have to be learning constantly. I mean, Vermont will admit to this. You have to be
Mm-hmm.
learning on your feet, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to be referencing what you saw growing up from your father, if you had one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I've always said that a parent cannot teach what they have never learned.
very very true.
All
Very
right, so
very.
on that note, we'll just run the promo and get back to you. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna put Vermon's comment. He says they teach that in school here. They have high tech baby they have to care for 3 days, and they also plug into a computer at school to check if it was changed, fed, held, burped, etc. Yes,
Yeah,
I think when children say that it's not a, a lot of I when I was growing up, I used to hear a lot of girls say, "Oh, babies are so cute," and when they have to do all of this, they kind of get past the cute stage and go, "Oh boy, this is a lot of work," you know?
well, I mean, I'm thinking we do something like that in Jamaica too. We do it on egg when I was in high school. But I'm talking about something that they teach you
Egg.
that, yeah, we did with an egg. You had to take care of the egg for like a week or something, and it couldn't break or anything. But I'm talking
Okay,
about
that's
something
new to me. Yeah.
that I'm talking about something that's with your curriculum from this is a part of something you learn, like
Hmm.
a real lesson that you take and examine. That's what I'm talking about. Because
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think the educational system is flawed in many
In
respects
many
because, as
respects,
I
that's
said,
true.
the,
I
the,
agree with
the,
you.
the greatest, your greatest capacity to succeed at anything is your capacity to work with other human beings.
Exactly.
That's really it. You know what I'm saying? Irregardless of what you are, who you are, whether or not you're a nice person or not a nice person, you have to have the skill to communicate. And I think if more young men had, if we assume that many young men do not have a father figure or
Hmm.
fathers, then if we teach them, this is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I
Hmm.
think it would
It's
be
not just
fun.
about providing money. It's about your presence. It's about what you do, how you do, and how you interact with the child.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
You know
mean,
my pet peeve, the mother who fathered me or the father who mothered me.
mhm,
Those are two terminologies, are two phrases that jar my nerves every time I hear it say.
mhm, mhm,
Because a mother can't father a child, and a father cannot mother a child. It's two different dynamics that have to work in tandem with each other to get an optimum outcome.
well, I mean, I would say nature knows best in most instances. So there's a reason why there's a father and a mom. So they
Yeah,
both
no,
serve a purpose.
I'm gonna post a
Uh,
comment
but
that
I, but I think the reason why those terms came along was a way of because there was a point not long ago when single mothers were looked down on, which makes no sense to me. Single mothers should be applauded, and single fathers the same thing. And I think there was even a time when, if a child was born out of wedlock, they referenced them in a very negative way,
hmm
which offended me. I mean, even as a child, I was like, "This is which Dumbo the elephant came up with this idea? This is a really foolish idea." I mean, uh, we have a lot of unrealistic um, viewpoints that are based in things that are either misinterpreted or asinine. Let's just be honest. This make no sense.
hmm
And I concur that I don't think a dad can ever mother a child, but a dad can do his best simulation of that. And I don't think a mom can ever father a child, but she can do her best simulation of it. I just think we as a community globally, we are seeing the impact of bad fathers and bad mothers
Yeah,
on people
we
emotionally.
are.
I met so many people who are emotionally scarred, psychologically scarred, um, because of that lack of presence. Because of the young lady, the young girl who at a very early age, because she does not have a loving father present, starts seeking love way too early because she's trying to find a dad.
And becomes used by that very figure that she's looking for
Yeah,
to show
often that
her
does happen.
a kind of love that she doesn't really know what she's looking for. She doesn't know how love should be presented itself.
Most definitely. And then, of course, young men who, because of the absence of that um, they tend to be rudderless for a very, very
Mm-hmm.
extended period in their lives. So they take a longer time to sort of mature and get to a place. Vernon says, my dad left when I was 6. I had 3 older sisters, 2 brothers, all professionals and great parents. Well, your mom did a great job, and I guess whatever happened, because again, there are exceptions to this rule.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are
There
definitely.
are mothers, and there and it could be, I don't know if Roman could answer us, but sometimes if the father's not there, the uncles are there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the older
Was
cousins
that the
are there,
case
the
with you,
grandparents.
Vermont?
Was that the case? He said great grandparents.
Oh,
Oh, okay. He said, oh, I think
all
he's
right.
saying they are now great grandparents.
Is
But
this
I
where
think,
I admit that I'm a grandmother and then I
yeah,
start to age you? I just noticed something, Peter.
yeah.
You're not a gray hair. You have gray hair.
I have I like a little patch that I got when I was 17. All the men in my family have that little patch. It's
Okay. It just occurred to me and I said, wait, I
mm.
never seen Peter with no gray hair yet.
I
All
don't. I
right,
mean, I
let's
don't really. Yeah, I'm kind of lucky.
all right, let's
Mhm.
so so before we go into childhood stuff, uh this question has been asked of me many times because I think we have become a famous
Mhm.
bestie friendship thing. Um, what makes our friendship work?
I
Well,
think.
I tell people we laugh a lot, but I think us. But I'm
No,
leaving it to you to others to answer.
well, we're 2 idiots. So if you have 2 idiots in a room, you know.
Listen
But
to me though.
I
We
think the
don't know if
real
we're gonna come
thing
into agreement with the one day.
I think seriously though, I think we've always been very honest with each other, and we have
Hmm.
always felt safe with each other.
Yes, that's true.
From a very early age. I mean, when I met you, my instinct was to be protective of you. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And I've always felt that way. I've always felt responsible for you. I'm almost like an older brother. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know,
But I,
but
you
I
know,
just know that you just. For me, it was what I noticed from early because we kind of moved apart, came together, moved apart,
yeah,
came together, and we just always seem to pick up where we leave off. We just
yeah,
we just meet and then we pick up where we leave off, and it's like the time didn't pass at all, and that was one of the things that I really loved. And one of my favorite memories is that time when I came out of BNS and poor Kai,
yes,
we stood up
yes.
there talking for about 4 hours.
Poor baby.
I wonder,
Oh my
every day
God.
I wonder what that poor child thought.
She never liked me going out in public. She never liked. She would be like, "How do you talk to everyone?" She used to be upset. She was a she's a beautiful
Kai,
girl.
if you ever see this video,
Oh my
I'm sorry, not sorry, but I'm sorry you stood up for 4 hours and had to listen to us that
But
foolishness.
we have to admit, right? Because even with Nyla, right? I don't. There are not many people I can talk to. Like I would talk to my mom for an extended period of time. Like I seriously miss my mom. So we would talk for like we have talked for hours. Me and my mom. Like I've called my mom and we talk for 4 or 5 hours. Like whatever I'm doing, I'm on the phone talking to her.
Hmm.
My mom, but the other person would be you. Like we will talk forever. So it's so bad that Nyla will say, like Nyla say, "You on the phone? Yeah, I'm on the phone." I just say that, and she goes, "Okay." Even listen, even Linda, right? Even Linda would say, "Boy, you guys must be best friends. You forever."
Well,
What does
you
your
know,
husband say? What Ron
oh
say?
well, he does. Well, I really make it a point of duty not to talk on the phone when he comes home because
Right. I
he,
know.
is from sea and whatever. So, but I remember one day, you had called and he hadn't gone to sleep yet, and I said, "You don't mind if I talk to Peter for a bit?" Here me go sleep because you and Peter don't talk for a bit. I remember we were on the phone for a very long time because he woke up to go to the bathroom and him go, see what I mean? He just continued. I went back to sleep.
Oh gosh. Oh, no.
But thankfully we don't have spouse jealousy issues. Thank the
No,
Lord for that, you know.
no, no, no,
You know,
no, we don't.
I remember the time I stayed by your house and
Mm.
hey guys, Peter had to cry Cree, okay? So normally
Yeah, how long were we talking for? Like,
I don't know, but it was 3 o'clock in the morning when you
oh
said, listen, Sylvia,
God.
I need to go sleep. And I was like, but I'm not sleepy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
jaw, my jaw hurting.
Oh God. But I mean, I
Oh,
mean,
Roman is asking if we had walkie-talkies as kids. No.
no, we couldn't afford no walkie-talkie.
We didn't even live near each other. Okay, let me
No.
tell you how Peter and I met. Peter went to KC and he was in Key Club. And I was in Key Club at Holy Childhood. And I don't even know how we actually started talking, but we were both spiritual aims director for
Yeah,
our respective key clubs. And so
yeah.
when they met, that's then how we started to interact. But I remember because Holy Childhood was an all girls school, you know that when boys walk into the school, it's like everybody stopped doing and they go, boys. And
Oh.
I was like, what the heck, you know? And then, and then Peter was the scrawny, you know. I wasn't so unscrawny myself. I think we're just the two scrawniest people in the group.
But
We just kind of gravitate towards each other.
well, scrawny means for our friends, scrawny it means very slim, very
Skinny.
thin, very thin.
And I remember when I used to write songs and I
Yeah.
used to try and sing them.
Oh.
And I know you didn't like my voice still, but you still encourage me.
Listen, people. All right.
And that
Okay.
is why I sing for you every birthday.
So Sylvia, right? Sylvia,
I might
Sylvia,
do it live next year.
Sylvia has a very interesting voice.
Stop.
What does put it? I don't know how else to say it. I mean, she has a like she's not okay. She's not okay. She's not like always on key, right?
I'm never on
Wait,
key.
no, wait,
You're
let me
being
explain. Wait,
no lie.
all right.
Every now and again, I might find a key.
She,
Let me be
yeah, that's what I said. She's not always on key, and and the thing about her, I like her dedication. Like she practices, right? Because I must admit, over the years, every my birthday is the 29th of January, and every 29th of January, like I know months in advance that she's gonna call me and sing. So I have to steel myself for the fact that she's going. No, listen, I love her. I love her, but I know she's going to sing. And
Stop.
no, it's true. It's
All right. You remember? You remember the rap that I did for you?
oh no, yes, yes, yes.
And you said,
The rap wasn't so bad. It
"So
wasn't
what's
so.
the you can't DJ?" I cannot laugh. No. Okay, folks. Let me just tell you something. All right. This is how we usually are around each other, right? And sometimes people pass and see us just laughing and behaving like two idiots on the road, right? which is why I'm glad I can't go to his house. By the way, I always lost when I go to his house, but that's another story.
Okay, that's another thing. Okay, listen, I have never understood that. Sylvia will come to my house a million times, and every
I
time she
lost
comes,
every time.
she will call and say, "Guess what?" And I'm like, "Okay, you're lost." And I'm like, "How can you not know?" But
Hey, well, the second to last time I came there because I think Auntie is still laughing at that one because I made a wrong turn and Google stopped talking to me. Cause
funny.
and she's like, but I'll Google not talk to you. Call Peter. I say,
Oh
but I
my
know where to
God.
find the house. I know. She says, you know, see, this bush we're going into. Call Peter. All right. Okay. So, so we won't talk about my compatibilities, right? All right. So, next question, though. Um. Well, before I get into our school stuff, uh, you know, me I left a question. I'm done with serious things now. I'm gonna say a word,
Yeah,
and you give me any childhood story that comes to mind about it, right?
yeah.
So, well, two words: Pete's Patty. Okay, take a deep breath.
All right, so Pete's practice people. All right, there was a peace party on Mullines Road,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And there was a peace party downtown on
Oh, I
Orange.
didn't know that one. I knew the
No,
one in Marvelly.
right, the one in right opposite Marvelly,
Mhm.
right? Uh, I'm crying, I've been laughing too much. So, the Pete's party was a place that we went to a few times, and the parties were normally very hot. I have several stories in those. So I'm trying
All
to
right,
choose.
you need to explain patty in
Okay,
Jamaican
yeah.
terms
Well, okay.
versus right.
A Jamaican
Patty is
patty
not what's right.
it's really like a thin loaf with meat in it, and the meat it could protein. It can be beef, it can be chicken, it can be
You
sometimes
can never
fish.
have chicken patty them time, the Peter.
It was just beef. The only patty
Yeah.
I think they had was beef, right? They didn't have any other patties.
Mhm.
And the patties, Pete, Pete's patties made the patties right there. So when they sold you the patty was piping.
Piping hot.
The
And the
patty
steam
was so
burning.
hot that when you if you were brave enough to bite into that patty, you were insane because the patty was hot. So I know that we used to open the patty, right? Am I telling the right story?
Yeah, man.
We used to
Oh,
open
man.
the patty,
Yeah.
right?
And
And
let out the
I
steam.
used to. I don't know if Sylvia remembers this, but I used to eat the patty with a fork, which was
Yes,
kind of
Peter.
funny.
I haven't forgotten that one. But go on.
No, eating a patty with a fork is like eating a pizza in New York with a knife and fork. It's something you never do. But
Essence
that's that.
Smoke. The first time I saw that, I was like, "What the hell?" You know. And he just continued eating the patty with a fork, and I'm like, "Really?" Because let me tell you, in Jamaica, your art. Who said it? Vermont said you showed it on your stream once. Okay, in
Yes, yes.
Jamaica,
Oh
you
yes, I
bite
did.
into
I
a
did.
patty, but there's a way to eat the patty. Okay, first thing, if it's coming straight out of the oven, chances are most of the protein is gonna sink to the bottom of the
To the
patty.
bottom after the
So you
patty.
kind of nibble around the crust, and you kind of squeeze the crust, and you let the steam come out because trust me, you can leave pieces of your mouth hanging. It's like eating
Yeah, so
hot
it's
potato
hot.
if you bite into it the wrong way. Okay, and let me tell you something. Jamaicans know how to put hot patty in their mouth and eat and don't burn them out. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
you don't try to talk to them because they're busy. We're using our mouth to cool the patty. So,
While
when the
eating.
steam build up, we're
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, take a deep breath.
So
You.
so the first time Sylvia saw me eat a patty was at Pete's Patty. That's my memory. Am I correct in that memory?
Yeah, man, you're correct, man.
And when I opened the patty, in fact, I remember I bought two patties. You
Mm-hmm.
had one?
One and
One.
cocoa
You had
bread.
one patty and cocoa bread. I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
any cocoa bread. And we both had let me tell you the orange juice. It was a box.
Buckingham. Buckingham.
It wasn't
Buckingham hot
Buckingham.
orange juice. You
No man, it
sure?
wasn't Buckingham. No man, let me tell you what it was. It was the one that has the pulp in it.
Oh,
It
that
was
would
a
be. But no, man, that fresh orange juice wasn't around that time. Fresh
it
was the
wasn't
only
fresh.
one that.
It wasn't fresh. No,
Oh, I
fresh
can't
came
remember the
after.
brand then.
It wasn't Buckingham. I know it wasn't Buckingham.
It wasn't Juiciful because Juiciful wasn't
It
around them
wasn't
time
Juiciful.
there.
Juiciful is the it was the one in the orange box, and that
Mm-hmm.
came after.
Yeah, and that was pure sugar and water.
That was a sugar and water. But the one
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, it had the pulp in it. Right? Come remember, I was the one that collected the patties.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Right. So when I open my patties, people, right, this one, I understand. Because, like I said, it's like eating a pizza with a knife and fork. It is you no Jamaican. I've never seen another Jamaican. In fact, my
I've never
Nyla,
seen it. Okay, Nyla does
no,
it.
but not no. Nyla says,
Oh,
"Daddy, Nyla keeps saying, why do you eat?" And I'm like, I try to explain to her. This is what Fanny was my father's. They used to call him secretaries at the time. His right
mm-hmm.
hand. And when I was a baby, and I'd go to the office, I would sit on her lap. I was really small, so she would open the patty, right, and
And feed you with a fork.
eat, yeah, feed me with the fork. So that's how I grew up eating. This one, no, Simmer get the patty, and if you remember, Pete they had some island. They had some
Yes.
islands, like
Mm-hmm.
right. We were sitting at one of the islands,
Mm-hmm.
and where we're sitting there, we're looking out onto the main road. And I take the patty and I open it, and all hell breaks loose when I go and I collect a fork.
Listen,
This
we
one,
can't get over that one there still, because that one there was really, and I hope no.
I
Anyway,
don't
go on.
know, yeah, but that you spoke about that for a while.
Yes, because it did shock me.
Listen, people, to shock Sylvia is a very difficult thing to do. But
Trust me. And he has given me one or two, but that one still top the list. All right, next thing. Okay. Um, are you wearing something that has a pocket now?
yes,
What's in your pocket?
nothing is in my pocket.
All right, that was just a little game I decided to play with you.
I
There's
know,
no
but I have nothing in it, unfortunately. I was
me. I
just
have two
working out.
pockets. All right, let me tell you what my week has been like, Peter.
Yeah.
And tell me if you've been having a strange week like me. I mentioned it earlier about, well, you know what happened with Under My Tree, right?
Mhm.
That I recorded that episode 3 times.
Three
Okay,
times.
guys, let me just tell you. First, for those of you who don't know, I do Bible studies on my
Can I
on
say okay?
yes.
All right. So she has a something called ornamentree, which is
Under
ornamentree. Yes,
not under my tree. Under my tree. Patois.
ornamentree. Right.
Yes.
By the way, when I met her, she didn't speak patois. Let me just say that to you right now. You didn't speak patois when I met you. You spoke
Well, I couldn't,
properly
but me get big.
as you got more
Because me
relaxed
watch.
around me. The whole nigga come out.
Listen, man, my mother seen a video one day and here you call her pick the whole day. I don't know where the run go.
Your mom loves me. She won't be upset. So she has this it's 15 minutes, it's too short, called Audiometry that comes every Tuesday at 8 p.m., which I
Under
absolutely love.
UNDA.
Audiometry.
That's right.
That I absolutely love. Where it's a Bible study. It's but it's very
Real life ish.
it's yeah. She connects the Bible to what's happening in day to day life, and it's really fun, and it's my one of my most favorite things that she does on her channel. You guys should actually check it out. Seriously speaking, under my tree, every Tuesday at well, it normally comes at 8, but sometimes she changes
No,
up the
seven,
time
seven, seven.
at 7. But
Yeah.
it's always on a Tuesday. That doesn't change. So the other day, no, I came on to listen. No, first of all, she did the episode. She did the entire episode for 45 minutes. She was pre-recording it, which I don't like when she does that because I prefer when she does it live. But she was pre-recording it, so I'm like, okay. And then I get a call. I got a message on my phone. She called me and she said, "Peter, guess what?" And I said, "Hey, what happened?" And she said, "I recorded for 45 minutes and nothing recorded."
No, I taught for 45 minutes and did not press the record button. I'm glad you find it so funny.
I didn't laugh at the time, but it was actually very
No, you
funny.
did laugh. Don't tell a lie. You laugh, me to
But it
scorn.
was funny. So I can imagine you preaching and teaching for 45 minutes and forgetting to hit that red button.
Listen,
Press record.
Auntie
So
Carol and
then,
baby was in the house, hold
oh,
on. And when I was finished, and so I am thinking I'm gonna end broadcast. So when I click the thing, me say end broadcast, come me say Vivian, Auntie Carol, me never press the record button.
so
Them say
sorry.
stop at that time, trust me, it did they pass spot, Peter, because
Oh gosh.
them was in the other room, hallelujah and an amen,
Oh my gosh. That's
Me say the
I
preaching
didn't mean
turn
to
up,
laugh.
No man, you could have laughed, cause me did
I
laugh.
didn't mean to laugh. But then now she does it live, which I was really excited about. So I get on and she starts and it's
No, I
going.
did the premiere now.
We did the
I
premiere.
recorded it again, but I
Right,
set it as a premiere.
right. And came on, was watching their live. It was going great. And then
No
about
sound. Halfway
30
through.
minutes in, no sound. I was like, what? Sound just went. There was just no sound. So that was that. And then you when did you record it again?
Yesterday. Yesterday I just
Yesterday. I
recorded it
haven't
live. Yeah.
watched it again. I'm gonna go back and watch it after this.
I
Oh,
did
by the way,
finish it.
people, I have a 10 p.m.
Oh yes.
I have a 10 p.m. vlog premiere on Blacklight Records. So,
We're
Vermont, I know you're
almost
gonna go
there,
to bed
so
soon.
I'm not
Vermont's
going to
gonna go
bed
to bed
yet. I'm
soon.
going to wait till I'm gonna come on. All right, let me let me ask you
Yeah,
one more thing. All right, no, so I was telling you about the week now.
yeah,
So I want to know if you've been having a crazy week like mine. So I was telling you how I was typing up this teaching I have to do, right?
yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
I have a Bluetooth keyboard that I use because what happens is I try to put the laptop on book so that it's eye level because I'm getting the strain in my neck from looking down on the screen. So I got me a Bluetooth keyboard and I am typing away at nuts, Peter. Typing away at nuts, man,
Try
and
not
I'm
to laugh.
going on, man. And then it occurred to me, hold on, I don't see anything on the page. Me never turn on the keyboard, Peter. He did not turn on the
I'm
keyboard.
sorry. I'm sorry, Bestie. I'm
Let me
so sorry.
say, this
That's
is just
funny
one of
though.
them weeks where you want done quick,
Yeah.
telling you. All right, so give us another childhood memory. It don't have to be and you. Okay, so before that, what's the craziest thing that has happened to you recently? Craziest thing.
I
That's
don't
funny
know.
though.
Something funny.
Mm-hmm. We don't spoil the mood with no
Okay.
people when it's stress we out. Just so no.
Well, I did a show recently, and I have this pair of jeans that I love wearing. It's like my favorite pair of jeans.
Sorry.
So, did the show. The show was outdoors. There were about maybe 700 people there. It was great, and came off stage because when I'm on stage, I'm very active. I jump and I
Mm-hmm.
speak and I dance, came off stage, and then the drummer said, "Mr. Lloyd, your pants, the bottom of your pants tear out."
No, you know that
This has happened
remind
to me
me
like
of
maybe 3 times in my career.
Everyone asked if it was green. You know, like the green silk
No, it
pants.
wasn't. This was a pair of jeans. Like, hold on there, guys. Wait, let me show you the jeans. Because I love these jeans, right? And these jeans are like my favorite jeans. I don't know if you can see.
Oh,
And I
I was,
love these
I was gonna
jeans.
ask you something, but you know we're on air, so I'm gonna behave myself.
I love these jeans. I don't know what's up with me and pants crotches tearing out when I perform. That's not a good thing. I told Roman about that silk green suit that I had back in the day. My first cabaret performance.
I
And I was
remember the
yeah.
vlog because I didn't know about that story, and you know,
Oh, you weren't there. You
God is
weren't
so
there.
good that I was not in the audience because Peter, I don't know
I
if
know.
I would be able to keep a straight face
Gosh, I know, I
if
know.
that happened.
I know.
Vermont, I'm gonna put Vermont's comment on the screen.
No, bro. Yo, my bro, you're not supposed to type that.
Vermont, if I love you one more time, it's illegal.
Oh my god.
Okay, all right. So, I'm coming your side again in January, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
see.
waiting on. Did I mute my mic? You heard me?
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, and by the way, I must tell you that I take umbrage to you posting all these goodies from your backyard farm because me
Everybody
on the
does.
verge of disowning you. Let me just tell you.
Everybody. But the thing is, when you get here, we won't have mangoes, but we should have the OTE apples. We should. What you're coming close to my birthday, right? You're coming close to my
Yes.
birthday.
I don't know what date Daniela is gonna give me, but quite likely it'll be the middle of January. So it may not
No,
be.
you'll miss the apples. You're not gonna. The apples will not be ready yet.
Listen to me. Pack them now on box and send them with no
No,
sweat express.
no,
You
they
hear me?
won't be
Me
ready.
not, me not
No,
going to
man,
take no fiance. No.
they won't be ready. And let me tell you, you know what's happened to for the last like year, maybe because of what's happening globally,
Mm-hmm.
the the fruits are not coming in. Like we used to be able to predict that it's gonna come. They're not doing that. But something will be ready. Because right now the ripe bananas are ready.
Oh well, you're
Bananas are
talking my
ready.
language here. Try time when it must bear, and plant one
What you
tree
know what
so that it bear
I'm
by the time I
hoping is
come
ready.
there.
I think the custard apple will be ready because you know I love
Peter,
custard apple.
I don't like custard apple.
How
So
can you not? How can you be
I
my best friend
don't
and not like? Come
I
on.
don't like custard apple. Me love sweet sop though. Me love sour sop, but I just cannot stand custard apple.
You know why we don't have a soursop tree? They grow too big.
Peter,
They,
you
that's
want
the
me
only
teach you
reason.
how to keep it at a level that you can
Oh
think
no,
that.
we have no. We
You
have
just top off the
remember
tree.
we have someone that does that. But remember, they don't just grow; they grow, and we want the younglings to flourish.
All right, last thing.
Mhm.
Um, okay, no, I think I pretty much covered everything.
Really? This is
Yeah,
the shortest conversation we've ever had.
I'm only, I am only doing it out of the fact that I know you have um your your you're having a premiere or a live. Is it a premiere?
No, it's a premiere. I have but it's
Okay.
at 10. It's 10 o'clock. It's another hour.
So we can talk a little bit more then.
Yeah, if you
Or
wanna.
you
I
want to
mean,
rest. It's up to you.
I don't need to rest. I just have to find out if the girls are okay with me talking for another hour because it's family time now. You know.
Oh no, if it's family time, I'm not gonna interrupt that. So
Mhm.
okay folks, that was my bestie Peter Lloyd. You get a glimpse of what we're like when we're together, and trust me. By the way, I'm considering, listen now.
Yeah.
for your birthday.
No, 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 no.
Listen now.
No, no, no. You don't have to.
I'm good. Yeah,
No, I
man.
know. I'm insisting. You don't have to.
I think that it's the least I can do.
No, man, you don't need to.
No, no, no.
Listen, you've done enough over the
I'm,
years. It's okay. You don't,
I'm going to
you
put on
don't
a whole show for you.
a
So much
full
is my love
show.
for you. Yes. And you won't be
You're
able to
gonna.
escape it because I'm putting it on my channel. I don't know if I have the courage to do that yet, but
Listen. Okay, as your best friend, let me say this to you. All right. I really love the thought, and the thought is what's important. You don't need to do that.
no, man, I think it's the least I can do for all those years
No,
when you
it's okay.
encouraged me to write and was just there for me. I think the least I can do is to make
You
your
don't need to.
birthday memorable.
No, no. It will be it will be memorable. You don't have to sing for me, and you
Yeah,
definitely don't
man,
have to
I
DJ.
definitely have to. I insist.
No, you
I
don't have to. You don't have to sing for my birthday,
I think so.
and you
Well,
don't have to DJ. Whatever you
I
do,
think
don't DJ. Don't DJ. It's okay. You don't
now,
need to
man,
do that.
we are DJ too, and I might rope in Carol because Carol did have a DJ thing she did do. Called I don't think she ever finished the verse, but it's something like I said the dread flash him locks on the mountain top on it, strike him nine back on the lightning flash. And she never noticed it. She say, and him like dumpling cause it is the something. And then she just stop
What?
you finishes after that.
Oh my God.
I might enlist the help of Carol.
You know what? I mean, I want you to follow your dreams and your heart's content, but
My
since it's my
Peter,
birthday, you don't need to.
no man, you can't deny me the
I'm not
pleasure
denying you.
that
I
I
wouldn't deny
feel
you. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
when
Mhm.
you know how happy it makes me to sing for you. Sing.
um, you know, I'm going to be honest. I really appreciate
Do
love
you
when you
have to
sing for
be?
me. No, like I said, the sentiment is what's important. The
No, man, you
sentiment.
can't deny me that. It's only if I'm in the hospital that may not happen. It's not
No,
a.
you won't be in the
I mean,
hospital,
I'll
but
never be in the hospital
okay,
again.
you
So
can
therefore,
you can sing, but you don't need to exceed like a minute. I don't want you to stress yourself out.
no, man, Peter, it's once a year.
It's kind of strange
Listen,
that
listen.
I
I feel
sing.
all out for my bestie. All out, me say, Peter. You get drama. You you get music. We'll all find two tin pan and lick some drum, right? It may not sound like a tune, but me a licking drum.
You know what? It's only once a year, so it's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Just
So this
don't put
time,
it on your channel. Don't put it on the channel. That's okay.
this time it's going to be a recording. It's
No,
going
you
to
don't need
be
to
no, not
record
a
it.
recording. It's going to be a production. Okay, so I'm gonna get the grandchildren involved and everybody.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. People, you have no idea. This has
And
been
maybe
going
I get
on
the real big man to bust a
forever.
tune for you.
People, every year on my birthday, Sylvia calls me and she sings. And sometimes, like, she has called me like 1 minute past midnight on my birthday. And
Hey, Vermont, I can have TR play backup. Poor TR.
well, at least TR, the thing is, Vermont has not heard you sing. That's the thing. Not. And I think you can do anything, but
Well, Peter, I was in the line getting all these talents. When I got to the singing line, everything they done. But That don't nothing beat a trial but a failing, and I've been failing for the last decade or so, but still, me I try.
Right. That's true. That's I gotta admit that's true. And and the thing is, I can't write the way
I'm
you
the
can.
epitome of perseverance. Don't we?
You really are. Like you remember when American Idol first came on and those people would come on, some people would come on every year and they just can't sing, but every year they would audition.
Yeah,
You are worse than those people.
I know.
Okay, I'm teasing. I love you very much. I love you. So it's
All
okay
right.
if you sing for me. I don't mind you singing for me. I think you sound good. But you don't need to the whole production.
No, man,
You
you have
can do
never seen me acting. It's about what 15 years now singing every birthday for you.
yeah.
And one time a
15.
DJ and you poor thing. I think I should have do that to you right there, so. But
The thing is
partly
though,
because poor Auntie Carol was laughing all the way back
but
to
the only thing is that the DJ amazingly was actually worse than the singing. And I never knew that was possible.
yeah. Then wait till you see the acting.
No, no. Oh,
I'm gonna plan it out from now. But what I will do,
let's do a live on my birthday. But you don't sing.
but those,
Don't sing on the live.
what I will do is I'll record each segment separately so that you won't be overwhelmed
You mean tears of joy?
with tears, full stop. All right, listen, guys. Okay, bye, Ace, and all right,
Thank you for
let me
coming
catch
by,
my breath.
guys. I love you
Thank you for
both.
coming by. We really, really appreciate you sharing this time with us. I'm gonna just run my little promo, and then we'll bid you adieu. We'll see you at Peter's premiere. Okay, let me just catch
Love you
my
guys.
breath.
Bye, bestie.